Alright class, this is Samantha Holmes, and I am going to be going over our sun, just as everybody else. Okay, the sun is classified as a yellow dwarf star. We're on the larger spectrum of yellow dwarfs in the spectrum of what stars are, usually designated as a GV star. So GV basically is yellow dwarf star. How the sun emits its light is using its hydrogen and turning it into helium via nuclear fusion. Stars usually last about 10 billion years. Our sun is about 7 billion years old, so we still got a ways to go for that. Once the sun reaches that point, it turns into what people call a red giant. All the energy gets dispersed and then turns into a white dwarf. So at that point, the sun is dead. The sun is located in the Milky Way galaxy, in what is the Orion's arm. Sometimes the orbit of our little solar system gets turned into the Orion spur, which is right in between the Perseus arm and the Stagirus arm of the Milky Way galaxy. Contrary to popular belief, the sun is not the center of the universe or even our own galaxy that we live in. Our solar system in particular is the Milky Way galaxy is set with billions and billions of stars, and our sun is the only one that has planets in a whole solar system affecting it. The structure of our sun is very clearly visible in this image right here. We have the core where our energy is going to be released, and then it will move through the different layers, and energy is transformed via these different layers. So once we hit the chromosphere, we're having neurons being stripped of their photons, and once we hit the photosphere, we're having that energy be released in either flares or sunspots. Now, one of the other things or prominence. Now, one of the other things that the sun has a layer of is its corona, which is the sun's outer atmosphere that you can see right here. But this photosphere is the one that we typically are looking at when we look up at the sky. Now, the sun's energy, I briefly touched on in the last slide. It comes from the core, traveling outwards. So once we hit the convection zone, we're getting stripped of the neutrons are getting stripped of their photons, and that energy is being stored within the sun's chromosphere. Facts about the sun is what fact that I decided to go upon is the sun's solar flares that typically arise. Now, one of the most important things I found most interesting is that this energy has the capability of wiping us out, but thanks to the travel that it makes towards the planet with the photons that travel towards us, the energy that is being dispersed, we're typically not going to be irradiated by these solar flares. Now, Earth's natural defenses of magnetism usually keeps us out of range of getting negatively affected by these solar flares, and the only thing they affect is our communication systems. And that's it.